Kennedy, where she knew Asante Force Kennedy, Atem Force Kennedy, well Force Kennedy, Ezima Force Kennedy, a Piapin Force Kennedy, a Uber Force Kennedy, and Craft Force Kennedy, Mental Force Kennedy, Pana Force Kennedy, Choco Force Kennedy, Dagoma Force Kennedy, Kongoma Force Kennedy, Gruma Force, Mam Prissy Force Kennedy, Basa Force Kennedy, Kanjaga Force Kennedy, Infante Force Kennedy, Wasa Force Kennedy, Sergi Force Latte Force Kennedy Agyapong never Oceano Bema never Oceano Eyonwa If the one ebeya Kennedy Ana Akompremo It's Kennedy Ana Akompremo Kennedy Agyapong never
I was your more about from Globe TV so and then you may essentially live Get Connected TV or YouTube and it will be out here be I saw him on YouTube and I said Globe TV no a Get Connected show and then you may also say did you media no bro na I don't run not TV ma akwenya abase no share na just say na yende yaba so na yaba shane so me say Jumedi chairman of PJ and etinam e de ma obibi e de na copy baby e say me hwe na me hwe chi the man within your sabo akwa na natechi and then you may ye wo enkomo ebo e wo show ni so na ede de no akwai te say ye say o cham ye wo hu na asem ka no o se na na wasumu asa pepe na ne ye be kono the NPP lost 2024 general election to the NDC na ensheda anyanwa because this wasn't the first time at the NPP lose election to the NDC. A BSC paying from President Kufuor baton no switch from the NPP to the NDC. TB SC pay nyasem but the conversation around 2024 general election no and it said enema pina the course so some ahodo pina so that obenya ka bebre na so the analysis ahodo obetimi aye up to this point the NPP as a party ensure that mabonten message children Ghana for what really went wrong ema the NPP and now we hope say obewini the 2024 general election that breaking the 8th tie and they are to chrome watch say aban bia ba wo di 8 years opo wumpo Ghana force sound no their bible for abano the NPP put up that mantra said the NPP was going to break the 8 but that couldn't happen. What really went wrong up to this point the party hierarchy the party machinery you know officially enka bibianche Ghana for but there are several school of thoughts wa bonten wha say this and that any amahodwa a call wrong ama the NPP party ATB lose the 2024 general election and said the year canon it was an unprecedented election a BC our NPP history muda or share said their statistics in the channel factor a paper so na aside the 1996 election no you find say the NDC enya upper hand ebogu mu ano a we na ye one election you can say the NDC it to be actually the NPP party na so year so we hope he said officially there will be some information betimi ama na clear ama obi ehu baby ogina na afi etimi kra inform the delegate who to select to lead the party a year come January 31st 2026 because the one who problem na e what grounds no then why are you going to decide or what will be the grounds that will be so to decide to select your leader for the next general election? One say we and the party should have come out with some information and yet inside that information krana there should have been some conversations especially from Era Makokwe committee to investigate matters krano. There should have been some glimpses of that ebema delegate etibiati wo ho asiye but in some na twetwe ginagina de any and sheda hu nsem na nkasa but then I've gathered several school of thought ejina ho achese eno na ye reason say ma the NPP party elusi year 2024 general election. We are doing that for you to know and assess the situation very well as a delegate so that you can decide very well come January 31st. Because one who the problem on the ground that you would think that it's just any delegate and answer flag bearership election as usual. But this is not. Because for the first time the NPP elusu election now, over Ashanti region, voter turnout was low, about 400,000 people. to aba in the previous election Edema the NPP did not turn out to vote oko a year Eastern Regional it's almost about 50% of people almost turning out ebe to aba in the previous election did not turn up. So as I say, we're analyzing your money, then you find out what really went wrong. That's what we are doing on the show. Yet all the school of thought. There are several people I want to do in Chiraba, including former flag bearer Yera Bawumia or Kasa na original campaign platform. So then same there to link it to what we are doing on the show. Yera Kennedy a compare Agyapong say something before the general election. Remember what is asking me? They put the end of time. And 24 would be brave. Ene kasa ye de efa ho ye beti era Gideon Boako abatwa ekoso 2024 no a spokesperson de mayera Bawumia and samahodo na ekoso dodo na oba ebe chirichirim after the election no or ye interview bi on UTV ye bisa ne semba akomienu nsebe ni view of what really went wrong my party in the election no or the two dwa so ye gada ni nyina na nwumre ye brady no so we should just get into action now if ye gada information we nyina but after video be and we will try to analyze and see say the nipa ne kano and no na fact on the ground and at the end of the day as a delegate you will deduce one kasa of facts from it so that you know what to do and decision obeteki from there no you Kennedy compare Agyapong wa kopie mu e wo oti region na owura mu oti region no ne mpanifo ho akasa ye bebo ne e de acho sema hodo bi o de atudwa mpanifo bi so wo oti region wo maka sema hodo bi esemitima wo te e na kwa Ashanti region aso wase NPP constituency ni so was constituency na NPP from woma babontia be kire se abatwa ebe koso NPP amanyokuo ni mu no wo gina brane e de amaye Kennedy a compare Agyapong wo me say the entire constituency delegate wo nyina over 200 people wo me say they are going to vote massively for Yera Kennedy a compare Agyapong wo mo ma wo reasons so I'll let you hear reasons no e wo brepom ba yen sha se na for school of thought aba I say no any reasons about the NPP elusu a year 2024 general election. Some of them no one kasa we Ghana ni a wo hwem enwumre no odi ba kosi ba koso a you will see say no emuye ha e bi so ho de a odwen ho kwa achi a you also deduce one or two be from them my yen sha se na afedi entie Yera Dr. Gideon Boako ono na odi akoten pa e wo Yera Bawumia na so ye e wo 2024 general election after the election Ocha picture the ozu my party no lose election no after that na made my joint chat to na fie kwen
sir Bawumia call 2024 elections no a normal miensa and a kutia no one eye de be kan say internal party saboteurs one year woye NPP for nanso bibi nti omkro bre ya omo bo madwene pose sa anya yende a ene Bawumia de untimi be president da ya onkrofo say you know some of them o show mo social media hand o young people nipa ba say obeka tantan dia chere MPP sankrofo no man to ma bad afama ba
ono pe no face sa sabotage ni
ba pacha ba dia toso emienu eye o wa ban mu na yesi nipa ho fonti no obu okra na otuna ba ma MPP 2016 na MPP for kra mo duebo na NDC the propaganda nam ha near the nam ha near the na oh koko for esenka kufa do otum ko 6000 na obi agedi so the mention say onye na jo senka beto aba na ma NDC but NDC aka nsem bia ma na to ne trim say akufa do trim odin ti na wan to koko mu ama na nko 6000 na ye ba ye betum na say ni parenti wa switch na wakoto aba e de ama NDC the toso emiensa eye president kufa do aban no face the worst global crisis in the world since the Great Depression in the 1930s. COVID by na we by Russian Ukraine emma ahokyere ba wiase. Ufa wiase nyina man penifo a call election within that period do na lusu election and lusu poto wo UK the Conservative Party omo lusu say poto wo America Democrats omo lusu poto enti na election na yakọ 2024 no so no o hwe sa no ma na course ye onipa bi anom ka da bi ento o ka sa no ma miensa we nyina bom internal saboteurs global crisis ma ho kire ba wiase ma Ghana duru ba bi na ho kire e wo ha na wo hwe propaganda ane nkro ne ba course e sue nkro fo mo to abama MPP NDC is a 41.7% and now 42% no eye wisi votes as ankrofo ni nyina gigina ye say and fa won nsem a ye ka gu Bawumia so ɛmfa ho ne ahokyere a aba wiase ɛmfa ho ne internal saboteurs no wabi ekɔ yɛ de rain or shine yɛbɛto yɛ aba de ama NPP ɛna ɔmo toro maba ɛde ma NPP ma Bawumia ɛno nti na yɛkasa despite all the adversities any propaganda any all the odds against Bawumia otimi Ghana as votes no just said 9% na aka no if we hefa aka floating voters be sabin someone NDC for be kaye a tall masum ma ojitum say metuma NDC dia me koko next time ye betuma ko 6,000 te mesi samen sana men kotuma no and NDC buy and say nipa no o went man to koko no man ko 6,000
okay
or dwene ho say on sesa na dwene anamo on sesa na dwene there's a higher propensity say one tour NDC propaganda and some more mokagu NPP for so say the buy be say be mana kwese entinin koso no say nipa no want to na ba ma Bawumia otuma NDC se bi wetima asesa na dwena obedwane afri NDC ho
and you think NDC be gina ho ama within the next 2-3 years no say the akwontia no say the awareness no the kan wasa doctors ani etua wonka abosome wotwe NDC buy yentua wonka no so okoto na ba ma NDC a enye obi na be kire no sabe babia onfa na banko ne start ye to so mi no kafra ena mi bisa say ebe enter new 2028 we are in 2025 and 2028 na sa doctor na still yentua ne ka ebe ma wa regret obe ka say ena mi san ko fa me black and white
say na ma egu apaso ne ye ho de wo ho say ena ye kan ho asem na say see ampo ni dia de eba wo kina no kra da it could be worse and I can tell you de to so mi no eye won so a oye NPP for na apathy yes nanka me police ya mfame ohu de meche na se
okay
obi okra no wanya adwuma wa NPP mo so pe promotion into one trouble no me ankasa me colleague bi am ni wie university also no pe promotion wa anya to ankoto naba 2024 NDC ba ye yinedi said mbana kwa kotena fi ye NPP fo bi a enoma ba komienu bi obi okra t-shirt a wanya binti wase ne aba no kra me nkonkoto nti e ma sa apathy ni ba ya time heals a bre etimi ku ekuro bebre ti was ankrofo ni bebre ho so with time no they will begin to realize na me cross ni power ya on ntimi fa no ho abufu a na nkese se me koto aba me ya MPP ni na ma nkwankoto e de na ma ye me ho
time right ebusua area Dr. Gideon Obuako and out say nka no na ochechire mu de nti ma NPP manyo kono lose 24 general election. Makacho said we are doing this. I'm sure say delegate. Wangasa will reasons in here. Most of the delegates, NPP faithful, do not even vote. To Wangasa with him, you have your reasons. But we want to decode all this school of thought now, so that we appreciate the situation. Now, if you are Drew, baby a part in the one now, so that you form your decisions very well. Utiera Buakwa. Nasma Walker and say the reasons are. Emma NPP party lose 2024 general election no miensa was the first one no internal saboteurs or just say nani pabu NPP amanyo ko nimu a na wo man kasa etwetwa wo mo 19 ebibe ye nipa wo mo gina senka wo mo pre tumi anye ye wo mo chitafo nyina na wo mo twetwa wo mo 19 eno ka ho bi enema party no etimedi nkuku ofa sa asemo ya enye den ya there will be that issue because enye NPP nko ene yi leader going into 2024 general election. All the other political parties did same. Ninyina so nipa bi woman nim ebe contest here. In the exception of independent candidate wo mo ba any some of these small parties are woman kasa yi independent straight no. All the major parties no be yi candidate and there were elections, internal elections. Wo mo di koyi wo mo leader. To kase internal wranglings near the adibinema affected party need to win power. That will be there. And yet, a party be primaries and some about general election. No, definitely there will be that problem. And it the channel says a party need leader. Obey me connect all these energies together. And they are prepared party now call election. So what really happened? You saying, I just said after the election, no, and I said during primaries, no, and then maybe cause so I'm a party going into the election because they are making definitely. Party be our internal elections before the general one, there will be problems. And leader you are leader of the party now. So you're supposed to connect all the energies together. Now, if you are carbon back, then you lead the party to victory or whatever will come out of the election. Until any idea wait to me, I can't see as a saboteur into partner losing the fanasa. That could be a reason, fair enough, but responsibility was also on the leader and as a party system to fix that. There no TV enough reason you wait to the not just the NDC propaganda. My culture on this show say propaganda is part of politics. Say one kasa ultimate shen somewhere can see near Kamana Yedeno. It's always part of partisan politics. If that was a dear, you were about to Jina Sujitum, say Anne, the NDC in a way use propaganda tool. It's not solid enough because definitely that will be a tool. You were about Bawumia say or no one kasa leading up to a year 2020 election or catch it or man penin and Adanko Kufa the Sabre say oh man coin now on taking on Yera Bawumia na Yera Mahama Facheme no on Onyeni Huejuma ti onwa jijina mu 2016 early 2020 nyina papa ne Huejuma whatever means be or use you behind is up to him, but it's part of politics, partisan politics. Nti accept all kind obi anka bibia. So you knew said definitely there will be this. Now, someone NDC for kind of the G2, so most of them issues are now the NDC is dealing with now. So if it was propaganda, now they are in power. Whatever comes out, any betchere say they are on cano, say NPP who besan ya konobium, and I said the whole sign ya konobium. So if it was propaganda, that party never no to me deal with that issue, and I will be say propaganda now. It goes to the other party as a win. So what is the issue here? Say Bibia and if you are better na some Obama NDC for any other propaganda. So it means so many things went wrong. But Papa no intimate such the final point to Ujina so say that was a global crisis and a cost. Tiafani said the Arabia a cost on Russia, Ukraine, and COVID-19 there. Well, this impacted your economy, But up to now, Russia and Ukraine, that's okay. Russia and Ukraine that's all. And COVID-19 crown and the UN for I declare self free. At a point, crown now call Legon, you say any unity or what then they are near Koso. So it tells you say when quite to me the basis are Emma the NPP 42% in this election. There were other issues. Other school of thought. There are other people who also chair Womadrin. At the end of the day, we will know exactly what went wrong. Any leader as an NPP party in the Deneba in the next election. So Kobani said the bit me see we will all analyze it and it will show so. Timayemko enim na yenti yerua Ernest Owusu Bempa Abuapapo. Also after the election or the same bit to judge say or call grounds no so atiba akumi enu beni just after the elections so and your primary so you know aka say bia we wo ha there bi just after the elections nkoma ho do e call so e ho nkoma na yedi yeti Owusu Bempa kakra na embra. People were having that kind of perception that Ekufuado will share the background and agitations for freedom and justice, fighting for a lot of things for this country. People thought that he has done well without to rule this country. The president that never was. So people were thinking he has to come and win. But this time around, on a new much changing. Look at the perception and the political atmosphere and the whole there are so many things that is going on in this country. Ghanaians are getting the youth for this country. They're losing interest in politics. The NPP party for the first time in a taxi driver. Okay, Mr. Bempa, for the first time I'm at Obama NDC. NPP. Or you need card the reason is that Yaya and find the right candidate that you want to come and vote for. And these are evidence on the ground. God is my witness. It's a new joke. Say you better you can someone actually you do it about 3 times and you do it about 4 times and it's way allow way. That is not the thing that we are saying. We are listening to the ordinary Ghanaian people. What they are saying. Maybe they have no opinion. My co-grounds are the amount foka. And I make a opinion. It's got nothing to do with Professor Marco Committee. No, but you're jumping the gun. You're politicians. You're a political party. What you say? Mimpe we in a storm on your doors. Right. Men are never the busa, but won't just go and what busa men am there to say the future of NPP depend on these 2 gentlemen. And has made it emphatic. And now Bishop said, I'm sick. Me call ground so taxi driver no be who Owusu Bempa who needs NPP ni Owusu Bempa. Mo ba Owusu Bempa mo anfa so mesi amaye to aba. And what Busa me the reason why na make show the reason why it's got nothing to do with Professor Marco Committee. This is
everywhere. People, I was in New York. I was almost heckled by Ghanaian community in New York. Say you two move for amuntu ko radio so am cancel mum fa suma simra Kennedy Agyapong bra e beto ba. And it's not a joke that I'm sitting here talking about something. I'm talking about what I am hearing. And God is my witness. I'm not going
so you agree that
talking about anything.
So you admit
yes
and agree said 2024 no you presented the wrong candidate.
I don't know.
No, you presented the whole thing.
I don't know.
From what you are saying,
I'm saying
taxi driver day, community of New York day.
I'm not here.
So you present the wrong candidate in 2024. I'm not here to condemn anybody.
Candidate.
I'm making inferences on what you are saying.
Tell you what the ordinary Ghanaian are saying.
The people prefer Agyapong over Bawumia.
Why? Put your camera on the streets of Accra. Put your camera.
So you presented the wrong candidate.
Put your camera.
So clearly you presented the wrong candidate for this.
Listen, put your camera.
It's one candidate I'm going to call 2024
on the streets of Accra. Put your camera there. You are a grassroots person. Who will be a wood pack away a free person. Go down there with the hidden camera and ask the ordinary people why they refuse to vote. 2.1 million people decided not to go and vote. 2.1. You think it's a joke? But NPP party base party supporters and Uncle Tuaba.
And also been part and also turning just after the elections. Some trophy bisa say what went wrong. And then my NPP breaking the 8-90 million possible. Now the party I lose the election. The thoughts any we can analyze as some area also been panso air cano. Say also kwabontin not just Ghana, baby Obekobiano. People were saying say the NPP did not file the right candidate. I almost committee me to abano amano. Sasho we if any get connected homa ira Kennedy compare ko Agyapong say then same power oboni dey road actually delegate e beka ho asemacho so you will think say we are being biased. There are other school of thoughts e beka ho asem but you analyze asem o yero wusu bempa kasisia no said your party ni nyaji tum so okwa Ashanti region the party did not vote. The NPP party did not vote but they said obi ka obaby say enye said the NDC and appreciating vote. But NPP Crawford na nto abo Ashanti region. That's not true. NDC appreciate pa Ashanti region. And NPP so as I reduce the nipa so to aba no dodo ema wo motimi ewe easily no. It did not happen. It tells you say there be more kind of say apathy no. Apathy could be the issue. Now then apathy nkwa na besi ewo NPP amanyoko ni mo in Ashanti region the stronghold of the party. Nipa ewo Ashanti region will decide not to vote. And every election be ebe kobia Ashanti region be decide say on toaba Ashanti ni Eastern e be decide say omo toaba no said the omo to ne de bia no it becomes disastrous for the NPP because NPP be to be the 4 regions per our any general election e wo kroma but the NDC needs more of these regions and san what be away ne e say Ashanti region the ene babum e dey na be see Ashanti region delegate and I say NPP adofo be decide say wo monto aba filing the wrong candidate could be the issue because point in say who the nipa ne mpeba or pe NPP party no but nipa na ode ne eba no on person obeto aba ama no because as we last that me mpedifo be di kwa mega che omo say ye to aba na so obi ameto aba ni bia o kita krata odim say o to aba ni bi but obe decide say o meto aba ni bia eno so ye vote ni bia metimi ato aba ni bia ma na ye but my decide say aba no memeto it's also part of the vote e dey nti na o meto aba no the reasons no as a party you should no copy reasons no they fix it no say there be next time the person will come out to vote nti enye say kwa nipa na nto aba nti na eja ato these are questions as NPP penifo bisa say e dey na course so Ashanti region I'm sure say yera okay report no e was our details we nyina minim say some aye kan nyina wo there is a reason into Ashanti region for anto aba enye just Ashanti region woko Eastern region so Eastern for nso anto aba no have all the statistics here. Eastern region almost one to so if you have Eastern region, who lose Eastern region in the 2020 general election, NPP winning all the seats in the Eastern region. But it wasn't the same ever a year 2024. 2024 they lost seats ever Eastern region. Ashanti region 2024 general election, NPP lose seat. Fourth Republic ya ye ba mu a ye to aba e okromo nya de a NPP lose that seat ne da but the NPP lost those seats So these are all in some ways they do unko. There are some area Abuapapo can could be an issue, a possible issue. I'm sure this particular issue will find itself in the area Makokwe reporting him. Or file wrong candidate, definitely me person me to ma di pana de neighbor no. But party need your manager home. Ebeye me ya semba be jinada kam na mato abama NDC because say nipa e de neighbor na me penti no now me kotoma NDC. Enti what I will do ni say I will protest me meto aba no to tell you say the person I wouldn't have to paper no so no I don't want that person. And yes, our reasons because there could be other reasons but do here Abuapapo there na I'm sure what I will name what show this now no you could get this and you could appreciate say that could be a possible reason. But the other school of thought a brain you na fi here you Bawumia na no ya kasai and you also gave an idea of what could have went wrong Emma the NPP lost a year 2024 general election. But on the view no a dicey kakaba after Bawumia there no I'll play a tape from former president His Excellency Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo so that you appreciate me and together. Yemfa era Bawumia, former vice president.
National Cathedral, see National Cathedral after $58 million. Now, Nipa Bedrebu is as far as the National Cathedral. Now, Adiana, 3 days to the election. 3 days to the election. Yet to petrol. Yet to petrol. And yes, sir. And yes, sir. 3 days. Mimiti and America say, Omobua. This is how. Young, see about 3 days to the election. Yako to petrol. Hey. You can say you winning and I say you can say you. Now driver for a boy for 3 days. And now Omoko to Abano. 80 Abaya for 2 years.
I was your former vice president, flag bearer for the NPP, 2024 election. Honestly, the school of thought. This will not be the entire idea of the opposite church, but there's a portion of it because me pentem na yet me run it through. Kakra me nyai ono so I can say this could be the reasons I'm a part in Lucy a year 2024 general election. The first issue, no, just say National Cathedral, no, you say scale come over $58 million. A real chain no yentiam pajada in a sequence when they are no. A bit of man for bu fo so say can be NMA party in Lucy about to I got to Chrome Hano. And also add another issue say 3 days to the general elections no or who onyantia say ya tufu mu e wo kroma no kwe bisa no say eh also no tie no bisa no say na ye pese ya win election ya na say ye pese ye lose because anyone wa say ye beto aba na 3 days to the election ya kotufu interesting kakra because said ya papa na kasa no I think say obi fufro obi aka ne sa e be accepted because said just we are Ghanaians, yeah, should I need the brave. But that time, Bawumia was the leader of the NPP party. Not just a leader, or no one a leader about Tokrata, so and he was still the vice president of this country. He was in charge of the economic management team. Or just also a tier anyone so not issues for na Ghana for anyone because yeah, you say the party and him to me my party no. Now 3 days to election year to full mu. Na wunim ho hwe. Wo crowd say ne said ya ordinary Ghanaian bi ate no. I think good year what a bit dicey. But the bit be see we are see the be a bit be see. So you find say is see. But could that be the reason to Ghana for to tear a year the NPP 2024 election this cannot be a genuine issue, especially National Cathedral. National Cathedral bit Ghana for be buafu. But it will be just a session of Ghanaians, not Omaino, the Padodo and Koto about over there, close to 2 million people are warm vote against the NPP. No. And yet 2 million in your decision in the National Cathedral. No, that could not be the issue. It be a portion be of it. By a new team causes a year disaster way. There were other issues. There were other pertinent economic management issues and Ghana for facing that time. na ne bebre ko so okrom ha na Ghana fo aka ho asem bebre e de acha aban na aban no emtie ti se 11 ni ade sa eye haircut ya beba ye these were issues na nkayura ba me betimi aka ho asem aban no betimi deal with them critically to win power but say national cathedral they be ha ni pen America na ha bi mu but that wasn't a genuine issue betimi they make you case there be and after Petra 3 days to the elections it be affected just a few people especially floating voters womo de womo twan till D-Day no and san womo decide no but that couldn't be the reason NPP nipa to abama NPP Ashanti region over 400,000 ankwa to abano no a more connected to asema yera aboa papo kaye and I say yera usu bempa ka say the NPP filed the wrong candidate no it connects more to it than say ye two full 3 days to the election and I make all this could be reasons because obi wa twan amadana duransa na we decide into aka 3 days now 2 more and we ni kwa the old way of politics no tete no and ye ba beto ba na parties no aban awa konwa so afa machine no yi kwan na wo ye nsuo na wo ye say ano Ghana for they don't care about sa name no the Ghanaian voter no is now discerning otimi analyze it with the existence of artificial intelligence any internet any search engines near there no you just pick your phone and you are all over you get access to information metias is here and someone ye di ho nkomo nyina I can just key in 1 or 2 keywords be per information nyina will be on my phone until now the entity can any be my say a 2 per 3 days no it could be reasons for 1 or 2 people be or a section of the population but that couldn't be the major issue man for Anto Abano yeah but from now for basis so that we all understand the situation at NPP woman now any the kind of person about me Abuama NPP party no etimi anya ne fa hodie oko YouTuber show no streaming live on YouTube e will Get Connected TV obetimi de atena dikan na wa search it because connected be wo ho ne ade ba ye de Get Connected TV the show is live oko live stream na se a obetimi de comment o person de ba show ni so na to e hope any kenkan messages ye kenkan o baby a to ko na ko tworo wadwen kire eto e bia wo kra no as a delegate and as NPP faithful no winning all the reasons crowded it answer the yemo boss wo ha no you already know it ko share with us on the platform you can ha na abekan komo aye di no ehon be yeko anim I have other videos be catch say be wo mampani His Excellency Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo former president ono so ni video be he said something na asem na kan mampani kai no na ye very deep be beba mo wati na sabre no na de na ekoso ema wo mampani dada kan sa asem no mampani dada asem o kan no na opeso o kire se enya de obi a wo NPP party no mu sabre no emfa ho ni dibra na ukura obetimi atwe ho free the performance of the NPP for that past 8 years no to that election no utimi ntwe ho free ho to win the election was say abanisa any na problem or Ghana for how omoye omonimum and we sure say Ghana for do not have that problem to decide on that lines mampani that na kan asem no that time na a lot of conversations e were abonten there were people I know try so metwe omo ho every year omampani na Dankwa Akufo-Addo mamu ne de course nyina ho to come clean say womo de womo nya hwi omampani that kan asem we and lo and behold Ghana for also did the same thing send mampani kan na be former president His Excellency.
What we gain by attacking the record of our own government. When you do that, then you become then party candidate. What are you going to tell the people of Ghana? Oh, it was Akufo-Addo who misled you and mismanaged affairs. I will be different, even though I am MPP. I'm still under the Oslo sign. I'm different. And the people of Ghana will be that gullible. No. Let's be serious. So the question is, I think that if we're talking about the record of the government, my understanding is that every MPP person, communicator, or whoever you are, who is a supporter of the party, it's your duty to try and defend that record and make sure that the people of Ghana buy into that record. Because at the end of the day, once
I say we are very, very deep. We are sure that some kakreya mampani akai former president, His Excellency Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo kai na ebetimi akọ echi akọ answer some of the school of thought Medicare about that no kra ache osisia uti asema Yoruba Bawumia kan say ozu say National Cathedral, which wasn't on an idea, so automatically it was Mapani Nada Kokufado idea that time. And a full a tomb, what did the OC can and say he wasn't even aware anyone say to me to from 3 days to elections. Anyone was say to me a basan. What is era and as a era Boaco, and so I can say economic crisis near that day. Or when Penyasma walk out and say a bayer one passes somebody from the NPP and found new position our say when we leader of the party or whatever. We wait me ko gina abontin baby. I disconnected from amamu e course so sabre no. Na what portray who say you are a neutral person and it's Ghana for I accept you. Whilst you are still under the osono symbol no. Now woman go for who say we buy a course with the media me a neutral from the course we be but mon consider me ankasa me personally na mon to abama me. Or say Ghana for any gullible. That word no now no you can just search it on your phone. Maybe you him that you know the meaning of it. Gullible just be a or tea someone or tea I know the age. My own to me analyze who the fact own to me differentiate between the fact and the fallacies and what some what anymore. I say Ghana for Tessa. And because the Ghanaians are now we are now enlightened. Oh be to me funny phone. Me say you one more money fear. You see, born before computer near there. They are use WhatsApp, TikTok near there. The papa be video am here. Now I say obi 24/7 we penny team and my TikTok. E make kan asresem near there. No me tuni pafo. And also ntu obi afo. TikTok no obi yi asresem. To obi ama ne kwan no so nyi na asresem. Na say bi obi anya ne ho fi no obi anko ne be. Obi anya access to this digital system. People have information now. We cry on say nipa no da information. Do it mean tun futuro nkrofo ani. Omampeni that say nipa bia obeyi nanim e wa NPP party no. That was leading up to the 2024 election. Obeyi wanim say wo de course bia no nka ho. Say wo ye driver's mate o. Say wo de ya more opportunity or whatever no. Wo di agro because Ghana for enye gullible. Ghana for betimi assess and say no you are part of it. O ka ho bi. Say say bi si o Bible mu ba bi kra. So ehun ebra ye di Yesu kwa himfie ho a movie ehwe ne ade adi wo mototo na no ne ade ade a Peter ne nam ase Peter pe bia adwane afo ani so ehun ya che no so on the onim papa no be bia ne ade but people know you ye nim say won ne nanam so that moment no ntime ntwon ho there be so I think say o mampeni da his excellency na dan kwagu fado kan sa asem wi say won ntime disassociate wo ho from the current state of affairs and winning election on the ticket of NPP. Oyiwa eneda ho no. So did that really happen and it did. Year we also said 2024 election no. The flag bearer NPP file you know tried as much as possible on any team to disassociate themselves from the current status quo and as a state of affairs that time. And it did not help, said the Mampeni that air cano. Also try Ghanaians are not gullible, they will find you, they will fish you out and vote against you. So Mampeni that asked them no, may the tune senia swa. This is one school of thought. I'm sure say we all agree, say solid, it works. Not just say how you get connected in here. One can say you can do your analysis, you can wait, now some can you know, and check say the course, so how our outcome no, sure say it carries a whole lot of weight. Ewo asem no emo. And with the issue of say NPP candidate one more than about 2024 election no, now on free the strong base of the NPP party no could have been a reason. And now say there was the time say NPP file will be from the other side or the other wings of the party system no. Now or they na be shame na near my team akoso no. And also ho enkomo ewa. Na opinion friend say Musa Dankwa Global Info Analytics papa we still that so yet the surveys a hodo bebre na why okroma no it was spot on why analysis bebre ya ni nyina no at the end of the day no say we gi 2 more 1 year 2 more ebe end up say most of them no having it right. I don't know the surveyor or getting it wrong, but let me put it that way because a bit koronga sabe menkai, but most of the surveys no it's always spot on or can be just after the election ebra na we didn't come good evening Ghana so now come on kobu for say baby and a candidate MPP then they buy any free. Uncle free the main traditional base and ye nimuno and as a party in stronghold no could that be an issue? Era Musa Dan Kwanso Cherna was said now no person Cherna once and for all. We not being tribalistic and all that no. The papa ne kan na yenti ne pepe even analysis on so yeah.
MPP people in Ashanti and Eastern who did not vote, what was they protesting against? Was it tribal? In Eastern and Ashanti especially, was it tribal?
Look, let me tackle this once and for all.
Yes, please.
You see, in this country, the dynamics or the demography of MPP voters are largely Akan.
Yes.
About 65% of MPP base are Akan. Now, you have an Akan base, but your candidate come from a different group. Right?
That's deep, eh?
Yeah, that's deep. You will struggle to galvanize the Akans.
Why won't the Akans vote for another tribe candidate?
No, you see,
are they MPP because they are Akans, or they believe in the MPP's philosophy?
Look, there are people who are MPP because they are Akans. Simple as that.
They are MPP because they are Akans.
Yes. And if you look at what has happened, I mean,
they feel the MPP is their party.
Of course.
Okay. Whether in opposition or in government is their party.
Akan for party. I mean, we
they've
say
said it. They've said
I mean, actually, I've come from the same place, so I know what we say. So it is seen as Akan base. So when you give the accounts what they feel to be an alien to them, they are not galvanized, enthused by it.
And what is alien to them is determined by tribe.
Of course. You see, the only thing.
Will the Akans take a bono?
They are all Akans.
They consider bono as Akan?
Yes.
Kintampo?
Yes, they are all Akans.
So, Chibi, Achim Swedro.
They are all Akans.
Western region?
They are all Akans.
Parts of central region?
They are all Akans.
But that means you can do a double Akan ticket and win if you're MPP.
It's about numbers.
Yeah.
It's you have to work out where the numbers
so
come
those
from.
MPP people who said that MPP is in trouble because they have moved away from their base, should we have listened to them?
Look, during the polling season, when we were polling, when you put an Akan candidate against Mahama, the gap shrinks.
Well, that's interesting. Any Akan candidate?
Any Akan candidate.
Say Kennedy Agyapong.
In fact, Kennedy Agyapong was doing better than Bawumia against Mahama.
Who?
And Kennedy Agyapong.
Or was doing better against Mahama than Bawumia?
Yes. And then even when Alan was in the race, the same thing was applied.
Alan was doing better?
Yes.
So if Kennedy Agyapong was a running mate, will it make a difference?
Absolutely, yes.
Could they have made a difference in parliament as well?
Every number counts.
So, I mean, if Kennedy Agyapong...
See, I was here, Era Musa Dankwa, and I'll tell them, these are some of the information people don't want you to get access to. So you can get access to it. And you'll be on our Concord TV, you can see, say, it was Metro TV, Good Evening Ghana. And this is a video I'll be able to make. Papa, we are analysis will come and survey near the day, getting the spot on. No? Or shall I say, and we quite a conversation, and yet there's no two ways about it. The NPP as a party, no, the base, say they are Michelle Commander, no, Ashanti region, any Eastern, one for India. This is a can base. A can base, I want to mean Sasashi. Said the area about Bawumia, any penophobia, woman data, when you're having a conversation, you go with the data. So what one yen is up now chachiana. Former President Bampenina don't go for the car say figures don't lie, numbers no a nitro. So you speak to it. Yera Musa Dan Kwache said the NPP party no is made up of 65% of accounts. 65. So in any analysis of NPP party in the no, you need to factor in this number. Conversation be about drop MPP party mubiano. You need to consider 65 first and sana any other conversation about. So why nyane sa as a UN one more veto power near the day and you tell yourself say open say UN take action be stringent action be but on for US for home where you are from where you Russia from China where you not from you still think say you and the take a decision be BNC. Ain't possible because your money veto power. One funny day now make there will be a problem. So that same conversation and area Musa Dankwa now expand the community say or no research and analysis or and they say or for any other account candidate be in the election pools be or perform better e wa Ashanti region and any eastern region esin era Bawumia during time na election no boba no nti okase eno no nya factor na wa na odada ho because numbers no will not lie. Yeah, these numbers will not lie. Said there other school of thought in nature no. Ebi say fu are 2 muntia, ebi say we, ebi say we, ebi say we. But now no, we are getting closer to common. Ohwe Ashanti regional. Said there enema siko ye ni. Ameke we kakra. Yeah, compared 2024 and 2020, how our changes this year drastic. Our Ashanti region eastern. Or see the 2024 Ghanaian election, the NPP's performance in the Ashanti region, a traditional stronghold, declined sharply from 2020. NPP vote fell from 1,795,824, which was 72.79%. That was 2020, to 1,366,805, which is 65% or 65.36% in 2024. Inti about to ekoto yedo performance a NPP putting it up over 2020 no. Yes, and share so 2024 no. As what is say from 1,795,000 all the way to 1,300,000. It tells you say that was drastic. Over 400,000 people were Ashanti region. So no. And you can't tell me say a national cathedral pay. You can't tell me say Russian-Ukraine crisis no pay. If sa crisis we all know what we are seeing. Yenim impact no bia could assess obia be hu. And if the candidates na NPP de neighbor no, the people of Ghana e will GDA enough, trust enough say obetimi fix our problems now. They would have voted for that person. No be fix our problem no. So it tells you it was a candidate problem. It could have been better or a bit better. When it was an account. When you way so it's Yera Musa Dankwa. Okay, say to see our person be near money. Question now, you be sending to be near money and only in the West. But already data na workrata so no so you can also attest to it say it's indeed a making impact. My yanko eastern region, you will think say be Ashanti region ko an etisa. Oko eastern region so or say the NPP experienced a sharp decline in the eastern region during the 2024 Ghanaian elections compared to 2020, losing over 258,000 votes in this traditional stronghold. NPP presidential votes dropped from 752,061, which was 61.5% share, implied from totals in 2022, 493,234 in 2024, a 34% reduction, ranking third nationally behind Greater Accra and Ashanti. So it tells you, say, Greater Accra, they are swinging it. So our conversation there some other time. But Eastern, any Ashanti region there, a purely NPP stronghold. So kwaya battle now area and will lose over 200,000 votes. Our Eastern region, then you come back to Ashanti region there, World Bank of the NPP now lose over 400,000. It's a done deal, case closed. Election year, because my culture say the NPP needs Eastern and Ashanti region to win any election in Ghana. You quite battle never floppy with Eastern, never floppy. Ewa Ashanti, it's a done deal for the NDC. Because North where the NDC and over struggle. So our conversation will come another time. North, and so at that time NPP candidates then a promise you say okay raking in more votes. That did not also happen. So it tells you say who file a candidate from the other wing of the party, I the base of the party, with the intention say or bet are they vote from on only base. In case say they are cancer in Ukraine apathy, no man too enough. Nanka north side any say the car vote anyway no. Ababe argumented that loss no. At least the party will be making some progress, but the no two also flopped. So automatically it's more or less like a candidate issue, or where conversation now done. Say na economic crisis near the idea and the economy because or where say the na system na it was positioned in such a way say the NPP was to lose the election because party be about 8 years and Yamasasa na another party aba. So magic na NPP person were that time to break the 8 no. Na magic no way, it's a strategy no way. Said the area Mr. Danko Kai no. You choose a candidate who is not from your strong base. Thinking say you will rake in vote from another angle to augment it. Now vote say nkwampo ne be free north aba everything aba be share their obelusu Ashanti. You need Ashanti region. As I say overflow before and so waiting away the election. Tis all corner Ashanti at tier from over 400 there actually din. Anye. So these are the issues. May were all the other issues now. Unemployment was issue, but my catcher said, "Sanyama way in an idea, e wo dada. Ne Ghana ni bi anim dada." So the NPP was doing a magic to convince Ghanaians to, keep the party in power. So that magic, that strategy, Now, out here radio, there are a lot of people are also actually making some conversations. I'm just saying, Senka NPP for as consultant. Even people from the NDC are saying, says NPP before as consultant, they have ideas to give them. And some of these ideas, I listened to about 2 or 3 NDC people. Like I said, the best bet of the NPP will be Honorable Kennedy Agyapong. NDC for no say bia or no music obi mo che say area ken NDC for so metimi na face wa we ni ntino. He na san communi free ba because seba the area Bawumia, the NDC have won election close to 2 million against him. But area Kennedy compare kwa Japan they have no idea the obetimi aye. Nti wo contest obi a wedi candidate kwa hwefom. Say that they be na former president na na kwa Akufo-Addo Okano. Say Muhammad de wedi kan agua ne pen ampa no agua no close to 1 million votes. Nti no GDA say 2020 election be say agua ne biom ampa ogua no though difference net about 500 but still agua. Enti se sia say NDC pro bi a ombetimi aye bold say ombetimi agua ne biom a it will be a Bawumia because you go close to 2 million. Nti amfa ne say abato no kra koso na wa perform wetimi convince Ghana for ama Ghana for eto ama wa. You fancy wetimi twemu half kra. They will still beat you around 1 million. But the conversation that trick Emma NDC now and say they don't know what a Kennedy compare ko Agyapong betimi aye because one contesting that. It's a gray area. They don't know the betimi aye. This is a man why investment will be okrom ha. This is a man who work Ghana political system for quite a long time. Who ba parliament about 26 years. On him all the dynamics. So okay this side that the big risks now you are still doing it na they kasa you are Canadian Japan can also stand up because all the nitty-gritties are cost of Ghana politics mo. What your commander says not about the order number what the buy is saying what the number but close to 2 million to the party will perform what perform a crown and one conversation here and they say if the NPP want to file Bawumia former flag bearer based on conversation that were around NSA analysis here and numerator this information order that we are all learning. Say Bawumia betimi a chance against the NDC. It's only hovering say the NDC will perform abysmally even beyond their NPP. Ghana for use 1 more year in 20 up to 2024. That is the only chance. Now our first video na era boako video na ya koma beside just a simple question say na era boako e ka say NDC for the propaganda na beji to me no until now no omo ye exposed that Ghana for come back and choose era Bawumia no or you sure say the NDC will sit aloof like that na fe omo atena se na omo perform poorly na era Bawumia ba na or dream say say will happen na. This particular answer no is very difficult because you are having a leader wadika baba muko na the performance the Ghana for pass a negative vote on it and was saying about now so he is here to redeem himself. Till after the government you need somebody or the track recorder somebody or new because NDC will file a new person until then the NPP party needs to somebody file a new person because the NDC is filing a new person except say Bia the previous candidate NPP Debaye was not defeated with this huge margin. If it was close contest there, any kwan say ka NPP ni bi adwem mienu say ye sa candidate ko na abese aba, but that wasn't the case. NPP won election 2016 against NDC about 1 million votes. And home common na nya asem ketwa. You say unprecedented. But this time the AC need there. And the minimum where they be she hobim. E ba ko fa gangan to anana. A issue kese. So you can't have the usual conversation say we are komiensa, we are komienu no bim. Because there's an issue that needs to be fixed. Except say be the NPP want to say they don't want power. They just want to do the usual politics. They just want to do the same thing. So you can do the same thing and get the same result. That's also one issue. But if delegates really want power, say then and say yeah to around, say delegate when people just say they want power, then something needs to change. Something needs to happen. And yes, idea. Say their status connect here there. It's going to be very difficult. So delegates, when I am so we have so many videos to show. But say show when I day, bro. So we can push the other videos to another day, maybe Friday. We can have that conversation on the show. When you mean some me concourt you, some I will that any cases so bon como. Natural situation, you know, so that you decide very well. I get connected. Oko YouTube, you made any streaming live. For comment in the tour. Now you can add more HB activity lines now do I join share their brain. Once you see be as say my party no Lucy yeah. And you think say party no corner normal way now ebeboa and now say the party needs to take a drastic action or position. You share with us on the show. So you say that come now kwa a delegate. We NPP for us NPP for na nya wo mo come na wo mo bo. Tinka we nyina ekoka say if the party wants power, the party needs to think along these lines and yet the usual conversation. You will say Chairman Sabon's video be about say or say bra na NPP campaign e wa Ashanti region there no. Se bas ni do Ashanti region no hwe euphoria na e wa around na hu say BBS bibi nkoye. I want the delegate to go back to your say Chairman Sabon's honorable. I need you mu na mu ko bisa say e dey na no dwen say na esie. Yaba bedru ha now. Ozu say what went wrong. And no one gina so. Na if yetimi ate NPP situation asi na delegate obi be catch with me gina so e dey aka. Eye no nko a e run po a na running mate. Na anu ya onesem twofo twetwe nkomo. Ono nso so kansem bebre e cheche nsemo. I have a whole lot of videos. Bon nkomo bebre wa ha. O de brand ko ba ma yentie na podie ne kaka. I think say ye mfa na podie ni twam ye wi a ye beti ase bi a honorable Kennedy a compare ko Agyapong kan ye leading up to the 2024 election. Na ya ma kwan na do adwencha. The other matters ne they will push to another day. Okay, be ma asanwasefo nso de no just a short na fe ye koye nima no. Ti ma yentie ra na po kakra abra no nso cheche nsemu de ti a uzu se party no LOC election 2024.
One thing that's come conclusive in the last 10 months is that there was a broken trust.
Citizens to party?
Citizens to government.
To government.
The trust that was broken hurt so much so that we saw the results.
What broke it?
We didn't listen enough. We assumed a lot of things we shouldn't have assumed. Probably our purpose was a bit challenged for us. We have descended, we had gone through the worst global economic climate, medically and economically or health-wise. Governments around the whole world have been toppled and changed, apart from probably dictatorial governments, autocratic governments. The economic milieu had changed dramatically. A container from China.
Now, era na po, or also the school of thought, no, Makacho. Say we will push some of the videos to another time. I know be share, so that we will appreciate all this. And also, who will be or cry, you can still add. Or they send everybody, will add all of them to it. Now, for you know, yet the situation I say, because one situation I say as delegate, you will not know how to vote. we need NPP for us and muna monya munkomo ena mobo. But these are things the party need to consider. I'm sure say party in penny form of media will also consider so many things and learn from it. Because a party, a team, and your individual beyond and your it's a whole party machinery, you know. And as we consider a nearma, now we decide on that lines. So now I nearma team quick. Yet they are compared to Agyapong leading up to 2024 election.
In 2024 election,
and then I delegate for NPP.
NPP lost that election in 2022. I repeat, election now 2024. NPP for we lost the election in 2022. Why? Emre you know, I am a businessman all the way to tomato seller. Esikashi yano Ghana for Muwagin. Emre middle class for atop bonds. Emu musikashi yabiko 15 years. Oma for Muwagin. Emre pension for Esikashi Oma for Muwagin. Anytime bia or mine bedna. Ghana for you imagine is your mon kasaro. No ma for Muwagin.
I was here Kennedy compare ko Agyapong attending can we after the election. This was yearly election leading up to the 2024 election of Casa Assembly. So that time now NPP party no almost had the course of grounds and now leaders now almost say channel the mantra breaking the 8 no. And now knew what was really happening and now you can't say Ghana for your dear. It tells you they've decided. The Bawumia say 3 days to election, full are you two, and how many people lose to election? No? Well, Utiera can I say so there then it also varies and she doesn't see any because Ghana for no more decided that so this is what they are going to do. Now for baby, you can see it. Yes, I'm trophy. You can feel it. Me on my show that time, let me there now a platform for so I always say it. Now me call me show me so there's going to be a change because over grounds are oko meetings are hold we need nipa hold we share the way I want to masem and how I know want to masem no definitely something was going to because you monitor elections be brave e wo kroma ya monitor elections be brave ya juba yitie didi e che na heard the ekoso so you will learn from waduma na wo ye no obehu patterns ti e sha say show up you know say say na dey we beko but NPP for boa wo mamwo mo hu nyina ene say they also got it wrong. Abra no womu ni pies will do no. They should have factored so many things if they wanted to break 8 now. Tia numere common no as delegated na dey this year. I have first one say for video. Yes sir, e beba next time na pasco. Ti by etie delegated was constituency. Over 200 of them. One just say so omo to aba no na e kan as was dey na do 200 and na is independent be area wo mama. They are voting for Kennedy compared to Agyapong. Yeah, ba me activity lines number no friend time niko. Yeah, for 1 or 2 calls be near
more than 200. I work constituency anum. And you can say you say you show your support. I am more deeper the amount honorable Kennedy Agyapong. Sebaya as was constituency. Any the whole Ghana you know be na so for so papa. Anything na man na no pay. You gina ha any abre say you can say. Honorable Kennedy Agyapong be to say e dey be any dey be na who say obetumi dey abo o man Ghana. Yeah, as was constituency na bro more than 200 you know. The who say Kennedy Agyapong beti dey abo o man Ghana na constituency ayi wo mu sesi ayi say. Yeah, hwe ne ma Kennedy Agyapong oye. Enuma dey obetumi kreti bebre ama o man Ghana. Am bia so ye maburu no ye wo ha so. Even ye hwe mampanyi kofo a, o mampanyi kofo ba ba mu no. Or the health insurance. Any free maternity care dey buy. Ye so mu yie e ma o man Ghana nya so mfa so. Akufo arezu say, or the free education bebe. And power so the buy or the buy. I'm on Ghana, they are swasi, they move for so be. Kennedy, the ATM be a person, anybody say, a Juma, the papa, the own wound, the papa. Fine. So when I had insurance, I'm a meba. But now free education, the mamba. Then you are be real good gamer. A dear Banaka, a Juma. Anybody in a Juma, ya, there's a conano. I'm a tell him about a mabawano, about the other somewhere. Anything else was a constituency. Yania and ne anopai am ya frɛ anuanom sɛ momla amofi anu disem emfa nkɔ no ma no ne aso ase ye no bi anya so mfa so ye tie dam ase
ti abusha we dey wasumwa aso ase delegate almost just almost to Banama era. But I'm common here simple. So conversation we'll have it some other time on the show. Almost just say former president era Kufo national health insurance why. And no na every apomode hon sensem atwa so a eno hon commodie so other time. And na omampani dada his excellency na Adan Kufo Ado also the free senior high school by. And also abeboa me yanya school ako. So now no they are leaning towards conversational. E che say ebemu adwuma. Eni na ma mo connected to your Canadian compare ko Agyapong. Adwuma no aye wo ho no. E do na mo pay adwuma na ye. Adwuma no so onye kasa o. Pedi no wa biebie adwuma na bebree. And be kro bi obekoso bia no. Or a whole lot of information about Chrono. Our ideas. Our Bawumia Chrono etimi anya adwuma na wo ka no. Ama wo motimi aye. Nti wo mo ansore keke say the yetibi mu de wo mo so ya mo say yekwa there they based on mo decision no on the particular premise no say papa no be ma ye adwuma and by tiem komo we candidate bi e be free NPP party mu aba be contest election bia no that candidate no in a national election no that particular candidate always comes with a specific message, a social intervention message. Candidate via free NPP said ya na NPP penny for year kan candidate via wa baby no oba with a social intervention message o toma Ghana for na o motimeto. So now you know baby we are just at the primary level. We want to say woman your candidate do a party anymore. That candidate is having that message na wo mo pen. That candidate is coming along with that tag na wo mbetimi dia kwa bonten akọ campaign easily no. And so candidate here Canadian compare ko Agyapong. So omo lean towards that message. Message you know any nipa no cross that message na my activity lines na mo na for adwenche bra na anwumre na yen so adwumadi no so enko na bra ne ko papa be ma yen for messages ne bra na be yen kinka na yen ko enim hwe screen so numbers no screen so for numbers ni be na frɛ bra so ye fa nipa be say num bia ye de be si na fe ya sɔre so na yetimi akɔgye ahome kakra si activity lines no for numbers na wo TV no so na frɛ na bra so na ye monko oba so a me child get connected a Jesus obia nya obia na yetumi ebonkomo me get connected
obia nya obia
me yeti wanumre
atre flame ebubruku sia nka fi denchira into apa denchira west ami shamo pa na dwumadi amudi boa ye papa kan dia complex ko Agyapong na dia empire ye ba ne se ye ne mtwa ba mi di se di o mo to no utu ani no si ahene fo ne sremo mo hwese se mo ko mistake enko to ma papa bi oba ya ni krum ko man to ama no ye sre MPP fo mpani fo mo ka bi wom ye sremo pa na kan di die se di papa no o ma ya kura no hwenyuma wo pie na papa oba dia na be dey Ghana obia bi nya adwumaye papa nyakopon no munya adwuma ka ba bi obia so na chia bedi nyakopon kan ho be obia
when you made that so bad so we should get connected
can be miracle
Jesus obia me too
sorry kompa papa boato yoni ni ka ye kuma Kennedy pa se se Kennedy dia e jano e gasa dia wa ye asanto dia no no akono wo bema o sinso mo ni ham o kanta ma wonto delegation semo o moye ne hunu energy adwuma opeto obeyema ye no ayebi na ye ye pebi di ayon obi aye bi penye ye kobusa no ndi kan di nyami plan ni mi oso kwa ama no mi kera be story ko tiya dia nyame na nkoma no ndi masipi
I said that's so bad so you may you get connected
but me play your friend Steven Flevipo
Jesus obia nya obia dey too
papa no or to say former president the Jolis go me pena some ni bibia play me as a yes is back as me former no It was over life.
My nasi will be so bad. So mean you get connected. So you get connected. Mean you need your crowd. I have a floor. So you get connected. Mean you body nature.
And the capacity of it register upon it. Hello?
Mean you eat your room.
And Kennedy pa the product no me say. No be register upon nkwa na onya ba ti o de aba na obenya humo ba mo ntampa ye na ye ha me ye adwuma. E say Kennedy asum pa ye mpanya akodi okura ti o de be ti aba ne bumbu ma on say Kennedy ni na na eko.
Yes, you that's we mean you get connected.
Obi anyobia.
I was your body nature on.
Yo, after the people, after me Peter. Yo, me select delegate to more Patuapa. Say almost a power pad, yeah, and you can do in Japan. Because they are mentioning say they won't go for you of black. What the quick request to NPP on Batman. And you don't go for you, but that's no listen inform. Inform. Almost time here for what call more. That they put you through on the parliament to me. Yeah, come back down. Then for a move, it's a Kennedy or my system, maybe face I'm not the cat for fun and more. Or that I'm my ethics so good. This is about more continue. The Kennedy engineer, and to the basic duty.
When you get connected. When you get connected. Body nature on your brain.
Make a bit of men, we could put everything. When we have a button in the water, we stay very deep and the journey. Now, Oprah many people are. I started a picture. You can report picture. I thought what's name too much. We might be in a day and not worship because they are not on a phone. They won't even cry. Not even. No program like that. What's the name?
But that's it. When you get connected. Body nature, when
but I find it that game more. I'm say Kennedy Agyapong or you'll be a Yanwa in say Nemo agenda now. Almost certain I won't say Bawumia there. Or power one year then. I'm a man of my own the president to NPP party. The agenda I have to work.
Yes, that's it. So bad. So, when you get connected. You know how to get connected. I was your body nature.
But the friend come upon me, because free and Shalaba.
Yeti wadaro makasa.
Yes, mikasa ubia nyobia.
When you get connected.
Ubia nyobia.
Body nature obinia.
Wadaro mikasa free. Tafo constituency. Idia chamandi gat.
Chama etio.
Idea. We are coming be in the first 31st. I mean, everything I'm going to couldn't be there. If we saw a moment, I'm also and then the second day, we become the KTM. I don't say so far. If I would do what happened to my crew in our power, you took KTM. And to all more soon now, no more about next year, how the 18 woman, or what Bonivia, and someone else. You can't get to know how much and someone told Masu. The Ghana for the party, I actually more hard. I have no. I see the soon.
My answer will be, yeah, for the chat, so when you get connected.
Mother, good evening.
But just will be a new beer and I feel body until.
Ambassador Nubia. They were joke. You are Kennedy Agyapong. You are nothing. You are Bawumia. Only another man by number years, you man.
ana Ghana for say duma na aye no ansoni eye den na pede was say kurafin asa ba be jiro say ensan to so aba ekoba na za na ma no ye ba NPP bo be ta to opposition etimeti se ka men ko bia anka yewura Bawumia bombo tranche na ka NPP ko yewura kan embla because illumination share ene na ni so bi ho a wa de drop man no sidanya na sa bia ene assemble to NPP for nti be sender bit for no say ebere no so omo fe yewura kan ni mo apalo ne kata pa o de bando na omo fe mo e da mo so
ma ben so be da celebrate so ba so we your friend is na ya can count messages ne kakra na ya hwe ne asori so ma me hwe we o say Nanaya say good evening get connected family number 1 yes delegate to number 1 Richmond Nuno say we are all connected number 1 Richmond message I don't know we do dino ER3 ni adio say my girlfriend just called me and said they have all connected girlfriend anyway Anthony Poku say Ghanaians are not ready for another president who is also a Northerner. Please read a full message for me. I've read your message, Minia. Anthony Opoku also say Anthony Krona. We are begging the delegates not to be influenced by money, but vote massively for Kennedy Agyapong. Godfred Kwanzaa say no Ken, no vote. We a comment about YouTube live stream no as say Edama Ken kind amount. Yeah, did you make see? Na ya sorry so nyame ya dom no de dom yen a e be san no wedi nhyiamu e fiada na yet to be get connected jumedi no e de abro hia no so say jumedi we chairman apiaje e na tenam e di ho chia me bidini asabo akwana na tichi e be hwe chiri e de ma no se ne ma betimi ato aso ko so beba na wa ba beto aso ti sa na ho nsem ti okọ MC aswale e wo ho Mike e de on YouTube ni ma me Kelvin e na fe fati o mnya MC and if it's like and so woman chair here oboa am I jumede na koso do be say my second photo nanim MC for when check you the next time when here na that conversation na say baby me first mixture energy fast speak up so kodwa man so baby aton baby draw bia no bisa edure ho asem enam nsayade e na dure e ho adwuma pa ti so yo ba na o ma asem no enimu yie wo ye be ma so mema asem no enimu yie no won say ka se wo yo ba efiri suru kosi ase bia fa ho bia no say wie peye na ade ba ko pe ene separate oba from bema sa ade no ene ye kan was so hwe na ye ni come because se problem ba ho a wo hu so ye bema na wo hu sie na bibia nkoso kan wo ye bema so ade ba ko pe ene separate from mema ti problem ba ho na se ntimi mani mu so nya adwuma abusua wo onye oba wo onye bema ti fa je fast mr ne je fast speak up so sie di pedua no na ema ni ji emra fi na techi ni mama fa chia so koma me mama eno na your birthday mama amache mama se bibia kama nyame enka ho adom dum ye be hia efiada e o get connected jumedi so makra